Some parents are outraged after learning kids in an Oklahoma high school were posed the following question in their biology class. You found out that the child or your wife carries for the gene for dwarfism. A new therapy exists that may repair this gene before the child is born. Here's the question. What do you do? A, allow the child to be born with the gene and we will accept the child as it is. B, attempt a new therapy to repair the gene. Or C, terminate the pregnancy. Is this an appropriate question for kids, especially that third option? Dr. Arthur Kaplan from the Division of Medical Ethics at NYU Langone Medical Center believes it is, while Dr. Amber Northern, Vice President of the Research at Thomas B. Fordham Institute, thinks the question should be kept out of the classroom. Both of you are welcome. First, Dr. Kaplan, why do you think this works?
Well, I'm not sure I'm thrilled about a multiple choice answer, no doubt about that, but I do want kids starting to wrestle with questions about what the new genetics means. I'm in a medical school. We've got genetic tests coming all the time. The kinds of questions those kids are being asked to address come up every day for couples. I want to hear their reasons. I want them to think. I want them to develop a moral compass for the future.
Ninth grade, Dr. Northern, these are good questions even for a ninth grader?
No way. This belongs in a college course, if anywhere. These are ninth grade kids in a high school biology class. What does this have to do with the academic standards and science that the state of Oklahoma actually adopted in June? Nowhere in there is this standard in the Oklahoma science standards. These kids are too young. These are conversations to be had at home with parents. These are socially divisive moral issues that do not belong in the classroom. That's just the bottom line. If this were a college course, professors have academic freedom. They're free to pursue these topics with college kids, but not at the high school level. Hey, great science teachers can make genetics interesting without diving into uncomfortable social issues. How about instead talking to them about how DNA actually carries through parents to be passed into traits into kids? I mean, wouldn't that be a little more interesting to talk about DNA mapping than abortion?
Dr. Kaplan, age appropriate, and then her reflection on that? What do you think?
Well, I think it is age appropriate. They're tough issues. I'm not saying the kids have to come up with an answer for a lifetime, but they need to begin to think about them. I think a high school kid not only can do this, I think they're well aware of these issues. They have the internet, they see TV, they see people with disabilities and differences. They're already starting to think, what would I do if I faced having a child with a disability, or is abortion something I even want to contemplate? I don't think ninth grade is too late. I think ninth grade is the time to start.
Very interesting. The Edmond Public School statement says this: upon reflection, teachers and administrators agree that any discussion about termination of a pregnancy as it relates to human genetic disorders is a discussion best held in the home between parents and children. So they see it somewhat of a mistake. What about, would it change your opinion at all, and Dr. Northern, if they didn't put that third option in, terminate the pregnancy?
No, I really don't. I mean, I tie it back to teachers are supposed to be teaching the science standards. I actually, wonky nerd that I am, spent last night looking at the Oklahoma science standards. Nowhere is this in there. Teachers are not free to bring up any socially divisive issue in their classroom. They work for the state of Oklahoma.
Final thought, Dr. Kaplan?
Well, I think it's a tough call in terms of, certainly we want parental input, but again, I think ninth graders are pretty savvy these days. Time to address things they're already starting to think about, and school is one place to do it.
Well, thanks so much, Dr. Kaplan, Dr. Northern. Good debate, and I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with us.
Thank you.
Happy to be here.
All
Thank
right,
you.
From Oklahoma right to your living rooms. What do you think about that?